don't believe you have an alcohol problem because it appears from everything that I'm reading that you do.
10 years is a long time, Judge, including yours. We're asking the court to consider a shorter period than 10 years.
For her failing to do that, maybe she needs to go to prison. I don't know. Maybe she needs something else. I don't know. She has 77 skip tests.
Welcome to the Court of Justice.
The court is calling 2023 CR 1876, State of Texas versus Yvette Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan.
For the defense?
Jonathan Chavez for Ms. Martinez.
Are you Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
All right. This case has been rescheduled more than once, and it was due to the fact that Ms. Martinez's attorney that is listed on the record, Kenton Longacre, was unable to appear. And so it was reset for today. The court will note that each time this case has been set, the complainant has appeared. So the court informed Matt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And so what is the status?
Your Honor, the attorney who has been assigned, we have been unable to contact him for the past 3 weeks. We have spoken with both the state and Ms. Martinez, and we're comfortable with going forward with sentencing today.
All right. Ms. Martinez, are you prepared to proceed? You're going to need to speak up.
Yes.
All right. And you're prepared to proceed with these attorneys?
Yes.
All right. So in this case, you entered a plea of guilty to count 1 on June 5th. The court requested a PSI and TAP evaluation. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI or TAP evaluation?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And I forgot to put this part on the record. Ms. Martinez, have you had ample time to speak with the current attorneys?
Yes.
Okay. You entered a plea bargain agreement. According to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment was to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. The state is opposing your application for deferred adjudication. They are recommending community supervision. There is to be restitution to the complainants in the case. And there are stipulations about your location. Did you understand that as the plea?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we just ask that you follow along with the plea agreement of the 10 years probation.
Okay. State?
Your Honor, the state is in agreement following the rec here, Judge, opposed to the deferred, and also to follow the tax recommendations.
And that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, may I speak with the client real quick?
Yes.
Thank you. Something's just been brought to my attention.
Okay.
Please. Just a brief moment.
Yes.
Any objections to counsel appearing by video, state?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez, any objection to him appearing by video?
No.
All right. You entered a plea on June 5th to count 1 of guilty. Count 2 was waived. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishments be assessed at 10 years in the prison. State is recommending community supervision, opposing deferred adjudication, and there's restitution. And you're to stipulate that you were at Pockets Billiards.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can you clarify one thing? Did you say that the state is recommending straight probation?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any witnesses from the state or the defense?
No witnesses from the state, Your Honor. It'd just be a victim impact.
All right. Defense, any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I do, Judge. First of all, Ms. Martinez has virtually no prior criminal convictions of any kind. This is her first felony offense. She has two children, ages 2 years and 7 years. She had lived here in San Antonio, presently lives in Pleasanton, Texas. The reason is, in addition to being abused as a child, her parents, she was subject to both physical and abuse by an uncle of hers while she was living, with whom she was living here in San Antonio. That continued for, like I say, nearly a 4-year period. Finally, it culminated in the uncle apparently assaulting her with a broom, so she left to go to a shelter which happened to be located in Pleasanton. I had advised her before and again advised her today to apply for a protective order, and today in our conversation asked her to do it today before she left the courthouse. She's still being stalked by this individual. He, for instance, knows she has court today. He may even be present in the courtroom. I don't know. In any event, she moved to Pleasanton to go to a shelter where she now lives. She's obtained a job at Savannah Suites, a hotel there in Pleasanton. She's a housekeeper. Her income is limited to about $1,200 a month as a housekeeper. Her children are on Medicaid, WIC, and food stamps. Pocket Billiards was indeed the only entity or person that served her alcohol that day. She had, according to her, she had not drank prior to going to Pockets, was there for a couple hours. I've seen the TAP report. It recommends inpatient treatment. As to that, of course, item 1 of an alcohol abuser or alcoholic is denial. And initially, Ms. Martinez did not believe she has an alcohol problem. Given what has occurred in this horrific situation that could have been worse even, she acknowledges that she does indeed have a problem with alcohol. She has been she's never been to treatment of any type before, in or outpatient. She just started a few months back going to Alcoholics Anonymous on my recommendation, and she's continuing to do that. We're asking the court to consider an intensive outpatient program, given that she's never been in treatment before, and that inpatient treatment could be put on hold, and if she were to violate, perhaps then instituted. I'm not clear on one of the recommendations is that she have an interlock for 2 years. A second is that her driver's license be suspended for 2 years. I don't recall the exact number. The alcohol blood level was high, to be sure, and the offense is egregious, to be sure. Whether she is statutorily required to be suspended for 2 years, I'm not clear on that, but they've asked for both an interlock for 2 and a suspension for 2. Given Ms. Martinez's true remorse for what has occurred and the horrific injuries suffered by Mr. Casas and his son as well, and indeed it could have resulted in their deaths, we're asking the court to favorably consider our request for probation. 10 years is a long time, Judge, to be under anyone's oversight, including yours. We're asking the court to consider a shorter period than 10 years. Ms. Martinez is 40 years old. She's gone to some lengths to to better her life and escape the abuse she's been the subject of for a considerable period of time. She has but a ninth grade reading level, according to the assessment, and she's working hard to get back on her feet, do well by her children as best she can. Indeed, if Mr. Casas does, as I certainly expect he shall, file a civil suit, he will not only sue her, but certainly Pocket Billiards, the server, given her income level, his hope of financial recovery to cover his extraordinary, I'm sure it's a couple $100,000 as I'm sitting here, medical expenses. Indeed, it would be the server rather than the consumer who would have the resources and the insurance coverage to pay for that. Given all that, we're asking Your Honor to respectfully request that the period of probation be considerably shorter than the 10-year period, with any restrictions it might find necessary to add. Thank you.
So, Ms. Martinez, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Yvette Martinez.
All right, where are your children?
My children, my daughter's with, my son, my daughter's with the grandma of my husband, Robert, back here.
Okay.
And my son is, with his dad, which I don't want him there because he has a problem with, drugs, just to be honest, so I'm kind of scared. I don't want him there too long, I want to get him out of there as soon as possible.
You're
I
going
just
in,
had nobody else to watch him.
you're going into inpatient treatment today. So, we recently learned of a new program. I'll Do New Things Ministries. So they may be able to speak to you quickly. We can also try lifetime recovery, but it's going to be while in custody. This is a very serious offense. People could have died. I'm concerned that you don't believe you have an alcohol problem because it appears from everything that I'm reading that you do.
I do. And
Okay.
I take full responsibility for
Okay.
what I did. It was wrong and I'm gonna pay for it.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take you into custody today. Mr. Longacre, if you would like to call are you pregnant?
No.
Okay. If you would like, and the only reason why I asked that is because it was suggested to me that maybe you were, and I would like the deputy to know that because if you are, they don't handcuff you behind.
Oh,
Okay. So that's why I asked. Not that you look pregnant at all. Okay. All right. So I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $2,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be restitution to Julio Casas Jr. and Cameron Casas, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, the restitution will be deemed satisfied. Ignition and interlock for half the term, 2-year driver's license suspension. You are stipulating that on or about January 7, 2022 at Pockets located at 5819 Northwest Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas 78238. You consumed alcoholic beverages, and Pockets was the only establishment that you assumed alcohol beverages that day. Then you drove a vehicle, into a vehicle occupied by Julio Casas Jr. and Cameron Casas Jr. Going to have regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs, referral to lifetime recovery, or I'll Do New Things Ministries,
Judge, could you spell that, please? Did you say all?
I'll, I, apostrophe, WL, do, DO, new, NEW, thing, THING, ministries, MINISTRIES.
Thank you. Is that here in San Antonio?
Yes, it is. There'll be regular reporting by, I already said regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And the UAs, make sure they test for alcohol. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days upon release. Field visits, one time per month for 4 months, and then thereafter random as probation sees fit. Is there anything else that she needs probation?
Your Honor, the field visits after,
Release from inpatient.
however, she lives in Atascosa County.
Well, she's going to have to call in at least once a month for 4 months to probation
To her,
reporting.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
Probation, anything else she needs?
did you want to do, DWI intervention or education?
Yes. Thank you so much. Let's do DWI education and DWI intervention and do the VIP live. All right. Anything else from either side?
Nothing on the record.
Anything else you need?
Oh, I just, yeah, I guess they'll better explain to me what I did, or, my sentencing.
Oh, probation is going to go over everything with you, okay?
Ms. Martinez, if you should have any questions that probation can't answer, you're certainly welcome to call me. Is there anyone you would like me to call?
Yeah, they could call my daughter's father behind Robert.
All right. We'll let them know because probation is right here. Is there anything else you need to be successful?
I just want to say that I'm sorry and that it was an evil act that I did. And I'm glad that he's alive. I know he suffered a lot. I can imagine what he went through. Not being able to walk, being in a wheelchair, just not being able to work. You know, I got what I deserved today. In the name of Jesus of Nazareth, I ask God to just to help me through this because I feel bad.
All right.
I knew better and I made the choice, like you said.
Well, I will tell you this. I appreciate your saying that because you will not believe the number of people who I have before me who really don't internalize the suffering that they've caused others. So I appreciate that. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you have a chance to review that with your attorney and did you sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney, okay? All right, thank you so much.
And Judge, the last thing off the record, we just need to make an check.
All right.
I beg your pardon, Jason?
And feel remorseful because I went through a lot of pain and I'm still going through pain. I know you have kids, but I'm a son to my mother and I'm there for my mother and she depends on me. And you took that away for a good long time. And even now, I have a son. You could have killed him. If it wasn't for a split second that we broke because we saw you, he would have been dead. I would have possibly been dead. And you wouldn't have remembered any of this. You wouldn't have known anything that happened. You would have been like, well, I don't know what happened. You were intoxicated. in the long run, I think you're getting off easy. You could have gone to jail for killing us. I'm disabled. I can't run. I can't swim. I can't horseback ride. I can't get on a bicycle. At least not yet. And I have pain right now. I have pain. I have swelling. Every night, I have nightmares. I hit the brakes in my dreams, and it hurts. I was on pain medications for 10 months. I was in the hospital for a month. I had 3 surgeries. They still want to do 2 more surgeries. I'm scared because I don't want to lose my leg. They thought I was going to lose my leg.
Right, please.
I've been thinking about this day for over a year and a half. And every time I think about it, I get real anxious and I start having chest pain. I can't sleep at nights. I thought seeing you in court would be easier. Things made it worse. I never looked at you until today. I know you knew who I was after you found out that I was here in court the last few times. I never looked at you. I couldn't. I had a lot of hate toward you. In the end, I just wanted this to end. I don't want to come to court anymore. It's affected my mom. It's affected me going to family celebrations. It's affected me going to even the simplest things as going to a restaurant to eat because I couldn't, because I had an IV bag going into my heart for months because they thought I was going to become septic and die. And if that would have happened, guess what? That would be manslaughter.
Is calling 2023 CR 1876, State of Texas versus Yvette Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense. I'm sorry, for the defense?
Glenn Payne.
And are you Yvette Martinez?
Yes.
All right, she entered a plea of true to violation of 14M. And there are some other violations in the report that the state waived, but the court had concern about. And it has to do with testing and what is happening with that. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you have a witness here?
yes, Judge. The state reached out to Lifesaver. They were able to provide someone from the court that was on video.
All right, any objection to this witness appearing by Zoom?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Rendon, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Octavio Rendon.
Any questions?
The court was the one that wanted to have an answer just
Yes.
what's going on.
All right, so here's the problem. The problem is I keep receiving these reports. There are skip tests. She's saying that there's an issue with the machine and it's not with her. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. Because according to the report I received, she has 77 skip tests from December 13th, 2023 to June 10th, 2024. And it states that those skip tests have been discussed, but defense and I believe Ms. Martinez are saying it's an issue with the machine. It's not her.
And
Yes.
are you waiting for Mr. Rendon?
Oh, sure. Or if you have something to add, you're more than welcome to add it.
Judge, I just wanted to draw the court's attention. The 77 tests over many months.
Mhm.
As you can see on that MTR, there would be 12 tests here or 10 tests there.
Mhm.
I also want to draw the court's attention. I mean, that she tests 3 times a day.
Mhm.
And all the other tests, they were not positive.
Mhm.
It was just that these were tests. Now, I guess does the court just want to inquire to Mr. Rendon if
Well, I
a
wanna-
machine can be defective?
No, I'm trying to understand, why do we have these skip tests? I think when y'all were here last time, people said they had an explanation for the skip test. Am I remembering incorrectly?
Yes, Judge, I mean, what we said was that the machine, and Mr. Rendon, I guess you can see this, is this your machine?
Yes, sir.
And I, just so you can see it. Judge, I spoke to my client, and this is a new machine that she received just after the 4th of September. And when she was talking to a troubleshooter, basically, they said that the power
Well,
cord.
I mean, he's here to answer some questions. So if you have some questions, what she's saying, what somebody else said, that's all hearsay. If you have questions for him about power cords or whatever, then you all can ask him.
Well, Judge, I believe what my client, I mean, is the court inquiring? Or,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm trying to figure out what is going on. She is on probation for intoxication assault. I know that y'all only pled true to 14M, and 14M is she failed to register or attend the DWI intervention program. All right, so the reason why I'm inquiring about this, because she failed to attend that. She needed to attend that. She didn't. Whatever y'all agreement have, I need answers about this. Otherwise, for her failing to do that, maybe she needs to go to prison. I don't know. Maybe she needs something else. I don't know. So, Mr. Rendon, question him. What is up with this device? Why is there's an issue with this device?
Mr. Rendon, I guess let me inquire to what your specifics are in your job. I didn't call you as a witness, so I'm not familiar with you, sir. Can you
Yes,
please
sir.
tell me-
So, my title is Business Development Manager. I recently acquired that title. Beforehand, I'm a field operations manager for the company since 2017, and I've actually started with LifeSafer since 2011. So I've been working here. I know the device. I know the data. I've been doing this for a while.
So are you familiar with these type of devices and
Yes, sir.
troubleshooting these devices?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you had to troubleshoot these devices before?
Been occasionally. So the device relies on um, uh, like a cellular network, and a lot of times our defendants or clients can go outside of cellular coverage. When this happens, we are bound to help the customer to repair the device so we can get the data back, which we do occasionally. And if the test is missed and the client's actively missing the test, the device will register a refusal, and it will register a GPS location as to where the device is. So just given, is there a particular date that we're questioning as far as missed test, or just all of the missed tests in general?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is this is a machine and runs on a battery, correct?
Correct.
And it can be plugged in and batteries ever go bad in these machines, like our cell phones and everything else, that batteries go bad?
Bad would be a term that I don't think exhausted. That may be you use your cell phone all the time. I may have to recharge my phone a couple of times a day, but as bad, I don't think that's the correct term for it.
Have you ever had to replace a machine for a battery or a bad charger or anything simple like we have to do with all the devices in our life?
I've had to replace devices for a broken port when the customer forces the USB into the side of the device and it breaks that port.
Okay, so thank you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Now, are you familiar with Miss Yvette Martinez's case at all?
I have her information in front of me.
Okay, is
After,
this the device that she has now? Can you tell whether it has been replaced?
correct.
It was replaced?
It was replaced on the 3rd of September. As
What was the reason?
reason why we may do it if the client is inquiring that they want a new device, then we're bounded to give them a replacement at that point. That does not mean that the device is bad. That does not mean that there's something wrong with the unit. It just means that at that time, if the client inquired or if the court inquired, we are able to replace the device if necessary.
Has that device been run a diagnostic on it, the old device?
No. So once we receive a device, that is shipped back to a manufacturer in Cincinnati, Ohio, but the data from the device is real time. So all we can see is what happened prior to the device being exchanged and what happened after the device was exchanged.
So you have all the data there present?
Correct.
So can you send that to the court so that we can review it?
Yes, sir. Am I gonna be sending that to Mr. Escobar?
Yes, you can spin it to Escobar.
So Judge, with him sending the information over, I'd like to have time to review it,
Sure.
to have to reset to review the case before court passes judgment.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you bring this back on